Now, let's discuss the brand name field, which is extremely important. Be very careful when entering this, as mistakes here can cause major issues later, and you will not be able to change it once your listing goes live. If you are doing wholesale or arbitrage, enter the official brand name of the product you are selling. For example, if you are listing used iPhone mobile phones, enter Apple. We will revisit this again later when discussing how to add your product to an existing listing. If you are doing private label sales, enter your own brand name. If this is your first time using this brand on Amazon, you will need to complete the brand approval process. In my case, I am selling private label products and have my own brand name. I have completed my brand approval process, and my brand is also registered in Amazon Brand Registry. Therefore, I will simply enter my brand name in this box without ticking the option that says, "This product does not have a brand name," since my brand approval is already completed. If you decide not to pursue brand approval, you can check the box stating, "This product does not have a brand name." However, this will list your item as generic, which I strongly advise against. Always focus on building your own brand identity. If you list your item as generic now and later want to establish a brand, you will not be able to edit that field. You would have to create a completely new listing and lose all the reviews and sales data from your existing one. Rather than listing your product as generic, if you already have a registered trademark, you can apply through Amazon Brand Registry directly. If you do not yet have a trademark, you can use Amazon IP Accelerator to start your trademark application and still enroll your brand while it is pending approval. Next is the external product ID field. This step often causes confusion for new sellers because it deals with your product's unique global identifier. Every product sold worldwide is assigned a barcode called a UPC, which stands for Universal Product Code. This is the same barcode scanned at checkout in retail stores like Walmart or Costco. Each product variation has its own unique UPC, and no two products share the same one. If you are doing wholesale or arbitrage, your product will already have a UPC printed on the packaging, so you can simply enter that number. However, if you are selling private label items that you manufacture yourself or source without branding, your products will not come with a UPC and you must purchase one. Always buy your UPC barcodes directly from the official GS1 website for your region. Avoid purchasing cheap codes from third-party sites, as this often leads to compliance issues. The official GS1 website in the United States currently charges $30 for a single GTIN with no annual renewal fees. You only need one GTIN per unique product variation. If your products meet Amazon's GTIN exemption criteria, select "I do not have a product ID," then submit a GTIN exemption request for that specific brand and category. If your products do not fall under GTIN exemption eligibility criteria, then you will need a UPC barcode to list your products on Amazon. Once you have purchased your barcode from GS1, copy your UPC number and paste it into this field. GS1 also provides the EAN version and image files for both types of barcodes. From the drop-down menu, select either UPC or EAN, then click Next. That will bring you to Step 2, Description.